A word of caution, Lord Soval. If my time investigating Darth Nal's work has taught me anything, she did not like visitors.
I do not fear the dead. I knew the moment you asked me here, you finally understood your limitations. It is no secret. Your role in the hand of the Empire should have gone to me. You are clever, I'll grant you that, but weak. We were never truly equals. Your expertise does have its uses, however. Get on with it.
As you wish. Do you know what this is? No, of course you don't.
The mouse shows some teeth. Amusing. But look at this. You've saved me so much time, Rivix.
Don't do anything foolish. You're right, Sovu. We are not equals. But you do have your uses. Priority message for the Commander. I've found something very interesting.
I'll kill you.
I don't fear the dead either.
Put it down.
Of course. Tau Adair, isn't it?
I'm not here to talk.
What a shame.
Would you look at that? Perfect timing. Here we go.
I've only just arrived, and you're already here to welcome me. Your hospitality is awe-inspiring.
You found something belonging to Darth Nul.
I believe so. As for what it is, that is still a mystery. I have a theory, but that is all it is, a theory. I brought it to you in the hope that you could confirm it. Colonel Gola and Talos Drellick have been hard at work, combing through everything we've found, using the data to pinpoint other locations that may have been under Darth Nul's control. But their expertise only reaches so far. You, however, have specialists and resources at your disposal that could identify what we've found.
I do know a thing or two about ancient Sith, but for this, I would prefer to have Sana Ray's opinion. Unfortunately, she hasn't yet returned from her assignment.
There must be someone else. What about your fascinating Hutt scientist, Dr. Ogorob? He must have something in his bag of tricks that can tell us anything about this artifact.
And when he inevitably gets carried away by all this, who is going to rein him in?
I think that the two of us will be able to keep the good doctor in line. Lead the way. I am eager to learn what secrets this relic may be hiding.
Not now, Sahar.
Just try. I know you have it in you.
That's not what your precious Jedi said.
It's what I'm saying.
Found my way without your sorcery. Had to cut my slave collar with this. She gave me a choice. Die or fight back. I fought, and I excelled, Sahar. The day I became a Mandalorian, I knew I found my home.
I hoped you would find success. You always had fire.
I had little choice. Some earn what they have. Some are given everything.
And some lose it all.
You dare speak to me about suffering?
Even the best armor has flaws. Spaces between plates of Beskar steel where blood can be drawn. The events of Runuk have shown me our flaws. I planned for Shevisla to find us. She did. I challenged her and was nearly defeated. An outcome that was not expected. How could my plans so miss the mark? I asked myself. I looked and finally found my answer. Someone did not honor their agreements. Someone valued credits over their own life. Bask's son used one of his pretty machines to make sure I didn't win the duel. He died like a coward. Because of him, we lost Runuk. Because of me, we gained a great deal more. Sahar, can you come up here? This one brought me something taken from the clutches of Darth Malgus. Something so powerful both the Sith and the Jedi race across the galaxy to claim it. With Sahar's help, we can unlock its secrets.
I told you, Hedda. We shouldn't do this. It's not safe.
You're right. It's never safe to change a galaxy. Never easy to fight corruption and hypocrisy. But your brother said you would face anything to restore balance. Each of you will gather the resources needed to make my vision a reality. You will have your assignments, but none will know the whole plan except myself and Sahar. At long last, we will take back what is ours.
I meant to say before, I ran into your old friend when I found Null's relic, Tau Adair. She put up quite a fight. She tries so fiercely to hide her contempt, yet she fails spectacularly.
The Jedi must be looking into Darth Null's history as well. We did what they couldn't. We captured Malgus. What makes them think they'll find anything before we do?
Determination, bordering on obstinance. Delusion disguised as confidence. All typical of the Jedi. I'm sure they're desperately searching for their wayward Padawan.
Over here! I do believe I've found something. But first, you must tell me more about this containment device you encountered. What did it look like? How did it work?
The intricacies of the device were fascinating. I would be more than happy to go over the details.
I want to hear more about what you've uncovered. I sense something violent about this relic. The longer it's in my presence, the feeling grows stronger.
Your perception is spot on, as usual. From the results, I can say with certainty that what you found is the remnant of a lightsaber. But there is more to the story.
What else did you find?
A very interesting clue. My equipment also found microscopic fragments of the lightsaber's power source. By all indications, the crystal used to construct the weapon originated in the Adika system.
That is curious. Before recent decades, Sith did not typically use Adigan crystals. They were favored by Jedi in Darth Null's lifetime, if she lived as long ago as we hypothesize.
So why did Darth Null have a lightsaber that was built like a Jedi's?
A very pertinent question.
The answer may be more apparent than we think. We know Darth Null created the Children of the Emperor. Perhaps she used the crystals in her method of binding Jedi prey to her master.
It certainly aligns with what we know about the Children of the Emperor, and the servants who followed him as well.
And who knows what else she designed that has yet to be uncovered? In theory, the possibilities are limitless from all she seemed to know. Someone who does not shy away from knowledge, no matter its source, in order to create, to expand their awareness. It is admirable.
I'm not sure the victims of Null's mind control techniques would agree, but I see your point. This might be the time to speak to Malgus again. You can ask about the interesting discoveries we've made here today.
He will say nothing. I would rather continue our own investigations without the unhelpful detours to Malgus's cage.
Your frustration is understandable, but this situation presents a unique opportunity. We possess information that Malgus may not have himself. We should press our advantage.
All right. While we wait for more intel to come in, I'll see Malgus.
I do not envy you having to attempt any sort of communication with that ill-tempered brute.
Thank you both for your help on this.
It has been my pleasure.
I am more than happy to be of service. Now, Dr. Ogorob, about that containment device.
The chat you had with Dr. Ogorob paints a better picture of what Malgus may have been up to. Darth Null's work on mind control says a lot, but combining Sith and Jedi toys? That's big news. Malgus following in the footsteps of someone with Jedi connections is a plot twist I wasn't expecting.
And let's not forget Darth Null's holocron falling into the hands of Heta Kol.
You never slow down, do you?
This coming from you. I've seen you charge into action more times than I can count. Though truthfully, you're annoyingly adept at it.
Should I cough to remind both of you I'm here?
Not necessary. What we learned about Darth Null's Jedi influence does give us something to go on, though admittedly not much.
Heads up. Looks like we have a special guest.
Tell these droids to get out of my way. I need to speak to Malgus.
They answer only to the Empress and cannot be overridden, Shay.
Some higher-up is all sweaty about my past contracts with Malgus. They've got no understanding of how those things work.
One of those contracts was destroying the defense grid on Coruscant during an Imperial invasion.
I was there to do a job. I did it and moved on. You should understand that.
Perhaps, but permission to interrogate the prisoner is restricted to a select few.
I'm going to find out if he's working with Heta, with or without permission.
She's the leader of the Mandalorians. Shouldn't she have access?
She can take that up with the powers that be. Right now, we're wasting time.
Yes, we are. Time you don't have. Look, you didn't trust me to handle things on Runic, so I don't really trust you either. But we both need this. So, what's it gonna be?
We'll work together on this.
Smart move.
Doesn't change the fact that Shay isn't on the VIP list.
Then put me on comms.
Comms? To listen in?
More than that, Shay can give advice during my questioning.
Malgus had a few bad habits when I worked with him. I'm betting they're still there. If you listen to me, we can trip him up.
Risky. The situation calls for it.
At least we'll be in full control. If anything seems wrong, we can shut it down.
All right. Everyone be on your guard. Time to pay our guest a visit. Ready?
Always.
Bottom line, threats are useless against Malgus. He fears nothing. You keep talking about putting an end to what he wants, and we'll get nowhere. Make him think you understand. That's the key to getting anything out of him.
I trust you are being treated well.
He sees right through that. Get him talking about himself.
We learned that Darth Null used Jedi techniques in her work. Did you know about that?
Do you think there is any knowledge of Darth Null that I do not already possess? It was only a matter of time before you discovered the connection. Her mastery of Jedi secrets is woven into all of her creation. Like her, my vision surmounts Jedi and Sith, Empire and Republic.
Showing our hand wouldn't have been my choice, but you got him talking. Ask about Heta.
Is that why Heta Kol is part of your plan? Because she's an outsider too?
I have no need for the Mandalorians or their quarrels. An endless cycle of waste and fodder. Useless.
Big talk from inside that cell.
Mandalorians are more than that.
They only seek to fight their own. And when the victors emerge, they will turn their weapons on one another. Again and again. None of it will matter when the galaxy burns. I will tear apart the corrupt systems, that allow weakness to infect the galaxy. I will stop the rot. I will burn down all of their failing legacies and see who embraces the flame.
More of his mystical oath-sick. What about the holocron? Does Hera have something she can use against my people?
Who whispers in your ear? Your thoughts are plain to me, Mandalore the Avenger. Your rage consumes you. There was a battle, and your prey slipped through your fingers. Your people are divided, while Heta Kol gathers her army. You are right to come begging for answers. Heta will destroy you.
Where is she? Dinila Hutun! Answer me!
Can you not see it? The past looms over us all, a shadow of unchanging history. There are fools who believe they can outrun the shadow. Without a flame to chase it away, it will consume them. They are doomed to repeat the same failures. None who have stood by my side have understood this. The only one who could have is my enemy. A shame that you and I must remain that way.
Nothing lasts forever.
Greetings. I'm relieved you answered. I must make an unusual request.
What exactly do you mean by unusual?
It would be best if I explained in person. I have been summoned by the three. What they had to say has left me disquieted. Meet me at these coordinates on Voss, and I will explain in greater detail.
I sent you to look into the origins of one of Darth Nul's relics. I haven't heard any updates.
What I found. It is best if I show you in person. I will await your arrival.
Voss. Well, at least it's nice this time of year.
We have enough mysteries to contend with without getting the Voss involved. They're not exactly known for being straightforward. Sana Ray sounded unlike herself. I do hope whatever she has to tell you isn't too troubling.
You have arrived. Good. I have been waiting to show you this. When we first uncovered the existence of Darth Nul, I could not imagine that tracing the origins of one of her relics would lead here. When I traveled to the planet in wild space, I found the members of the Force Enclave that I had not been able to reach. They were changed by what they endured there and by what we found, what you are about to see. Darth Nul possessed a talent that was unique among her kind. Through the Force, she could connect her mind to another's. Darth Nul could speak to someone's most hidden desires, reach depths of their thoughts they could not reach themselves. Over great distances, she could mentally bond with anyone who could feel the Force. In those who did not recognize their own abilities, she awakened that realization. She was looked down upon for this by those who believed she shared power with the unworthy. She could find no favor among her kind. Darth Nul took those who would follow her to an empty world in wild space, where they could do as they pleased, without judgment. Nul taught her disciples how to forge mental bonds as she did. They called out to others and invited them to their sanctuary. But eventually, Nul made a connection with someone she did not intend. A being of dark malevolence, the Sith Emperor. He hunted her down, using her own power against her. Before the Emperor could reach her followers, Nul locked many of their secrets away in the ruins my team discovered. Nul and the others fought back against their captors, but their fate was sealed. The Emperor dominated the minds of her disciples, bent them to his will, enslaved them. After that day, Nul's followers became servants of the Emperor, and she became Darth Nul.
If the Emperor made her Darth Nul after she was captured, who was she before?
She was no one. At least, not after she was expelled from the Jedi Order.
Darth Nul didn't just build her lightsaber with Jedi resources. She was a Jedi.
For a time. The account of Darth Nul's removal from the Jedi is told from her own perspective. We do not know much about what transpired before that, other than what she was called, Master Renaya.
Every time we learn something about Darth Nul, it adds more pieces to the puzzle, and we still don't know what she did that inspired Malgus's plans.
But now the truth has come to light. If Malgus wanted to hide it forever, he failed.
All that you found about Darth Nul. Why did I have to come to Voss to hear it?
After I heeded the Three's request to return to Voss, I heard whisperings. Rumors of a vision that caused great concern among the mystics. The Three forbade them to speak about what was seen. A revelation centered on Darth Malgus.
You brought me here to find out more about the vision.
I brought you here to try. The Three know well the value you would place on hearing the details of this vision, but they would never share them with an outsider, even one of your status, unless you gave them a reason to.
Malgus's plans could mean the end of the galaxy as we know it. What more of a reason do they need?
Perhaps they think there is nothing in this vision that would help you. However, you have the opportunity to convince them otherwise. Despite our best efforts, some of our most sacred temples have yet to be rebuilt in the years since Valen's assault. The Shrine of Contemplation is too deep within Gormak lands. The work is slow, even with aid from the few Gormak who have chosen to continue their alliance with the Voss. The Three are overseeing progress at the Shrine of Contemplation now. If you were to approach them and offer your assistance, perhaps you will change their minds about the vision. You have a reputation of persistence and tenacity. They will not turn you away so easily.
I will do anything I can to stop Malgus. If helping rebuild will get the Three to share information, it's a small price to pay.
Here are the coordinates for the Shrine of Contemplation. I will send a message ahead to the commandos there to expect your arrival.
I
had hoped the Three's presence would encourage everyone to work harder. Nothing has improved.
Give it time. The Three will grow tired of the delay, and they will make it known.
Greetings. I am Maiden Jar. This is Kodum. Sonoray sent word that you would be joining us. You keep the company of strange associates. I wonder, is it a testament to your character?
Everyone I work with is by my side for a reason. If you want my help, you'll have to accept that.
A simple request. We are not strangers to others rejecting our partnership.
Together, we, the Shrine Restoration Initiative, have rebuilt much of the damage inflicted during the Eternal Empire's attack. Many shrines in the vicinity of Voss are fully restored.
Our efforts have met setbacks, but none so difficult as what we face here at the Interpreter's Retreat, especially with the Shrine of Contemplation. Progress is slow, supplies are delayed, communication is unreliable. Gormak, those hostile to our agreement, disrupt us.
You're still at war after all this time?
The wounds between Voss and Gormak are deep. Some say it will take too much to heal them, but others see value in cooperation.
We understand that you hope for an audience with the Three. They are here, but wholly consumed with seeing us expedite our work on the Shrine of Contemplation. Should you help us arrive at our goal?
This frequency is for emergencies. Something is wrong. We need help. The excavation droids. Something is wrong. They are behaving strangely, and our failsafe commands do nothing if we do not stop. That was Makif. His workers are in the Shrine of Judgment.
They have lost control of the excavation droids. That is troubling.
Before anything else is done, you must make sure there is no threat to them.
Wait. Before one enters the Shrine of Judgment, one must be cleansed. The workers perform this ritual before entering the shrine. The outsider must do the same.
They could be in serious danger.
The outsider will prevent any harm from coming to them. But unless the ritual is performed, desecration of the shrine is assured.
If you want your people to live, then I can't afford to waste time.
I have faith that this simple task will not deter someone with your skill. I cannot force you to do the cleansing ritual, outsider, especially in this urgent situation. But should you choose to honor the customs of Voss, go to the Altar of Clarity, at the edge of the settlement. I will guide you through the ritual.
This is the Altar of Clarity. To begin the ritual, gather sacred incense from those crates and burn it. Good. Now you must wash the ash from your hands. Use the basin. Thank you, outsider. You are free to enter the Shrine of Judgment.
Yes, I recognize you. Good. You are not one of the invaders. Our signal was heard. Help has arrived. You must have completed the cleansing ritual very quickly to have arrived so soon after our distress call.
The last thing I want is to cause problems with the Voss.
I understand. Though your observance of tradition is appreciated,
it's safe to make your way out.
You have our thanks. Everyone, get to the entrance. Do not look back. We will return to finish our work soon. I am Makif. I am in charge of these people, whatever that is worth. How did you come to be here?
Your distress call came in while I meet with the leaders of the initiative.
You are generous with your life, a rare trait amongst outsiders. That is why I dare ask more of you. Invaders tampered with our droids. That's why they attacked us. Worse still, the droids have stolen the artifacts we uncovered here. I will not leave until they are returned.
What can you tell me about these invaders?
Not much. Some kind of military group. Very organized. I am sorry I can't be more helpful. Now please, find the artifacts. Your efforts will be remembered. I promise you. You have returned. I cannot believe it.
It was nothing.
Thank you. You have no idea what that means. I must take them back to the base camp. Too much has already been lost. Before we were captured, some of my people noticed the droids planting devices outside the shrine. I told the others not to go near them. They could be dangerous.
The devices could tell you more about who attacked you.
We are in your debt. It is not the Gormak way to rely on others, but we have no choice. Find the devices. They will show us the enemy. I will take the artifacts to safety before the invaders return. Again, thank you. The workers have escaped the Shrine of Judgment. I have you to thank for that. But I wonder if the time you spent observing the cleansing ritual might have prevented further damage.
It's impossible to know.
Perhaps, but the thought remains. Forgive me. It is not your actions that trouble me. My frustration lies elsewhere. The invaders have created a grave problem. Our truce is fragile, despite my people's efforts to set aside their animosity toward the Voss. This attack has damaged that delicate trust. Even I am not immune. Could the Voss not predict the invaders' attack? Why did they not warn us? It is poisonous thinking, but I cannot keep it from my mind.
I don't have an answer. Setting aside generations of conflict can't be easy, but working together can make you stronger.
You are right. It is not an easy thing to do. Everyone has lost something. For now, we need something to use against these invaders. Makif mentioned the droids were planting devices. Have you learned anything about them? This is one of them. It cannot be. That is Gormak design. Unmistakable.
I sense something strange about the device.
Oh, I wonder what all that means. My people have nothing to do with these invaders. It would destroy any hope of continued peace.
There's more to this invaders than just looting artifacts. I'll find out what's going on.
Tread carefully. The truce is at stake. Emergency signal. Coming from a standard mining communicator. Used for cave-ins, injuries, anyone that needs help. It is coming from the Gormak worker camp, near your location.
Send me the coordinates. I'll see what I can find.
Hurry!
Eyes on the floor. Do you hear me? We can't have you running around messing things up.
What did
I just say about not moving? Stay put. It's for your own good. Heads up, we got an intruder!
down now! Time to die! I don't have time for this!
You heard my emergency alert. You must be strong to fight all the soldiers. They work for Zerka. I do not know what they want. Things have gotten out of hand.
You did that! You brought them here! You deny it! Go ahead! See who believes it!
I did not mean for all of this to happen. I wanted to protect us. You have to believe me. I did not agree to this. Zerka lied to me. Lied to us all.
You were foolish to trust Zerka. What was the deal you made?
Some of us, many of us, do not think the truce with the Voss will last. We wanted something to protect the Gormak. Zerka offered a way for the Gormak to fight back without relying on others. They offered us weapons to defend ourselves. We lost so much when the Eternal Empire attacked. So much. But Zerka saw the deal as a way to exploit my people and loot our world. You are right. I was a fool.
Any group that offers easy, immediate solutions to a complicated problem isn't interested in making you stronger. They want you weak and divided so they can profit.
That is clear now. Desperation made me blind to the risks. I have much to answer for. Tell the leaders of the initiative. I will accept their judgment, whatever it may be. I am beginning to understand why you are both revered and feared in equal measure. Your efforts to keep my people safe has been exceptional. It seems that nothing can stand in your way. I am curious, however, to take a closer look at this device you recovered.
There is a considerable amount of Gormak technology in this.
That is clear.
How did the invaders come to possess this?
Kodum should be the one to tell you.
I learned that a faction within the Gormak made a deal with Zerka. Weapons for access to the Interpreter's retreat.
I appreciate your honesty. The actions of a few should not reflect the will of all Gormak. The truce stands firm.
Thank you for your trust. The truce stands firm.
For now. Armed mercenaries still control significant portions of the area.
You are correct. The next step is to learn all we can about them. Our researchers will study this device and divine its purpose. Doing so will allow us to track the invaders and avoid unnecessary destruction.
The outsider mentioned that something about this device could be sensed. I will be sure to inform the researchers when I hand the device over. Please, excuse me.
Your actions have given us leverage in this fight, but the harm done has been extensive. Our work in the Shrine of Contemplation was already behind. Zerka's presence has thrown the reconstruction into chaos. Some damage can be repaired. But if we cannot complete the restoration, it will leave a lasting scar. Until the work has resumed, the three will not turn their attention to you.
Then I will eliminate Zerka and whatever else stands in my way.
You have proven to be more than capable for such a task. Let our people do their work, and we minimize battle in our most sacred places. Perhaps this is hard for an outsider to understand. You were born with the ability to wield the Force. You were trained by another. You learned how to control it, how to use it. It is now a natural extension of who you are, just as it is a natural extension of my people. Now, Imagine you are part of a society that works to hone your abilities to a greater purpose. Our shrines are built for this singular purpose. But now those shrines, built over generations, are destroyed, reduced to rubble by the eternal empire. In that moment, it was as if our eyes were shut. We were cut off from our purpose. We do not restore buildings. We ignite our purpose once more. Until we find that light again, everything else, the invaders, the truce, the relics, is secondary.
Zerka will become more difficult to dislodge the longer we wait.
Perhaps. But as I said, we cannot risk chaos in the tunnels because of a random search. Never fear. There is much to be done. We need help in ways other than stopping the invaders. Offer your skills, and the three will notice. Do you understand?
The researchers had many questions about the device. Their curiosity will no doubt speed their work.
The importance of what they do cannot be understated. Now, I must update the three on the situation. They will be understandably curious about how the invaders obtained Gormak technology.
Do you need anything else?
Why would the Gormak agree to work with Zerka?
Why would some Gormak assume an untested truce would end? That the Voss would go back to treating us as inferior, as they have for generations? The question is not why some of my people made this deal. The question is why more of them did not. To be clear, I believe the truce is better for all, but it is not the easy path. Now, I must attend to the freed workers. If you seek the three, do not ignore Metonjar's advice. Find a way to contribute to restoring the shrines.
The Fountain of Purity is functional again. I thought you would be pleased to hear it.
Thank you for letting me know. I hope the repairs last longer than the previous time.
You have been busy aiding the restoration efforts. I make no promises, but the three may grant an audience. Of course, if you provide additional help, they will look favorably upon any business you conduct with them.
Why are this task so important?
The discovery of the Gormak device used by the invaders has created a problem.
Everyone looks to us to see how we react. By focusing on the restoration, we calm both sides down. The situation is delicate.
I understand. I'll continue my work.
Anything you can do will be a great help.
Did your researchers learn anything about the device?
They did. I have their findings here. They confirmed the purpose of the device, to locate objects touched by the Force. Perhaps this explains why you sensed something strange about it. Why would an arms dealer like Zerka hire mercenaries to find these items? Why risk war for a remote chance of finding something they cannot use?
Such objects would command high prices for the right people, and Voss is ripe for exploitation as you rebuild.
They are shameless predators. It will be some time before we can set ourselves right.
Once we became aware of what the device can do, we feared what Zerka might find in the depths of the Shrine of Contemplation. You should begin your search for the invaders there. Stop Zerka, and bring anything you find back to us.
You're not telling me everything.
In testing the device, we discovered potential targets. Apart from that, you know enough to complete this final task.
Metonjar speaks for both of us.
Do this for us, and your audience with the three will be secured.
There will be no peace while there is turmoil. One cannot achieve understanding without peace. There can be no wisdom without understanding. There is no value in judgment without wisdom. Interesting. Something opened. Perhaps a hidden chamber? Ancient archive? Excellent. Let's see what it hides.
You do good work. How you handled my incompetent colleagues back there. Beautiful. It will save me a lot of paperwork when I report back to Zerka.
You seem willing to talk.
You are correct. Though I confess, it does get me into trouble at times. But let me explain the situation, with a little added detail. The Voss keeps all kinds of dangerous objects lying around. That's why we're both here, yes? We know some would make powerful weapons. In the right hands. The Gormak understand this. I do have to hand it to them. Their ways with technology are impressive. Second only to Zerka. They could turn the right artifact into a new balance of power.
Is that why you approached the Gormak? You want things to change?
Yes and no. The deal with the Gormak was a convenient opening. Getting any assets down here is next to impossible without an introduction. I told the Gormak that I would provide specialized Zerka weaponry so they could protect themselves. We both know it's a matter of time before this truce falls apart. All I asked in return was access to the Interpreter's retreat. For research. They agreed. What you have there is the prize. It's a record of the Jedi's influence on the ancient Voss. Normally, I don't need an armed escort to retrieve historical documents, but in the right hands, this one could severely undermine the truce. We get the Voss and Gormak fighting again. This world is open to Zerka operations, weapon sales. Oh, the possibilities are endless.
My compliments.
Thank you. Such recognition from someone with your talents. How refreshing. Now, I do need to be on my way, so I'm going to hand this chat over to my good friends here. It's been a pleasure.
Did you speak to Makif about the broken relics?
I did. He is very troubled by what happened, but I assured him he still has our full support.
I will visit him later. Perhaps he will take your words to heart if he hears them from both of us.
Now that I am here, did you find the relic?
I have it with me, but one of the Zerka mercenaries escaped. She could come back with reinforcements.
We will deal with her if she tries. All that matters now is that we return the artifact to safety.
Kodom, your quick thinking and devotion to your people have clearly been an asset to this team. You are the one who should decide what to do with this.
Your confidence is encouraging. This is only the beginning. I will do whatever I must to ensure that our goals, Gormak and Voss, are aligned. The relic will be restored and returned to its rightful place. I will guarantee it.
The Gormak need someone to stand up for them. Use this opportunity to demand respect.
I will. It is a duty I consider more significant than all others. Now that the invaders have been expelled, the Shrine Restoration Initiative can continue its work. I must take my leave. I am expected at a planning session for stricter security protocols. Outsider, you have shown that we are not tools to be used and cast aside, that we are worthy of respect. You have done a great service for the Gormak. Find me later. I will update you on the solution we propose to improve protection for the workers.
I look forward to hearing them. Kodum is right. You have done much to be commended for, outsider. The three have taken notice of the progress the initiative has regained. They know who deserves the credit for this accomplishment.
The woman from Zerka said the artifact in Shrine of Contemplation could break your truce with the Gormak.
A poor attempt at swaying you, I am certain. If that is all, you must be eager to return to your original purpose. Because I appreciate all of your tireless efforts, I am compelled to warn you. Through your decisions, you have given Kodum much power in the Shrine Restoration Initiative. I understand your reasoning for this. The three may not. You must prepare for this eventuality when you meet them.
It is time. The three have asked you to appear before them. Despite your decisions, they are eager to speak with you. They are waiting for you now.
Why did the three call you here? What did they want to talk to you about?
A question I have delayed answering for too long.
What are you talking about?
When the Eternal Empire threatened the galaxy, my presence in your alliance was understandable, but much has changed. The Outsiders' wars no longer concern Voss. We have our own struggles. The three want to know why I do not return and continue my duties as a mystic. After I joined the Alliance, I no longer had access to interpreters who could derive meaning from my visions. For the first time, my actions were determined by my own decisions, and a Voss who chooses to remain with outsiders is a Voss who is forever looked upon with doubt.
I won't turn down your help, but I don't want to cause problems between you and your people.
You bear no responsibility in my relationship with the Voss. The choices I have made are mine, and I do not regret them. You have given me the opportunity to lead, to help others face uncertainty. That is a greater purpose than I ever found as a mystic. I have kept you too long. The three will be wondering what has delayed you.
Outsider, do you understand the importance of this meeting?
I may not know much about Voss, but I know this moment deserves an appropriate amount of respect, which I'm prepared to give.
Such insight is unexpected.
This eases my hesitation to share the knowledge you seek. There has been a vision. Its contents are disturbing.
Life will be reshaped. Scales unbalanced.
A wave of change rises and falls, beyond the reach of Darth Malgus.
And as he dreams, he awakens a great power, one that will tear the galaxy apart.
Pretty words, but I was hoping for something I could use against Malgus.
It is always useful to be prepared. That is the gift we offer you.
Should Darth Malgus perish, this catastrophe will transpire more quickly.
I don't understand why you're keeping this vision a secret.
To protect Voss.
You are familiar with the visions experienced by our mystics. The role these prophecies play?
The mystics' visions are our guiding principles. They are infallible. Our ideals, our laws, are shaped by them.
And from these revelations, the interpreters show us the path, the decisions we must make to preserve our home, our way of life.
But in this vision, we see no outcome. There is nothing to guide us. The interpreters are united in its meaning.
The three, the Voss. We can do nothing. We are powerless.
This shrouded prophecy will come to pass. The foundations will be shaken, the pillars raised. The chaos is unavoidable. But whatever is to come from this, it is you who will choose the fate of us all.
Our destiny is in the hands of an outsider. Do you see why we shield our people from this?
You shouldn't lie to them about this. Your people are capable of protecting themselves, but if they don't know about this vision, they won't be able to.
You ask too much, outsider. We know best how to lead our people.
Whatever part you play in this, enemy or ally, none of it will happen without you. You must be ready. We will be waiting.